Hello and welcome to today's reading. Welcome to the channel and welcome back. If you've been here before, thank you so much for your love and support. If this is your first time coming to the channel, thank you for giving it a chance and hopefully the messages will resonate with you today. So we are asking Spirit, the good old, what are they currently thinking about you? The romantic person, the person that you have on your mind in a romantic context. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you come across this, the messages will resonate. That being said, what are they currently thinking about, regardless of whatever connection you might have with this person? So we do have three piles for you today. We're going to start with the tarot, and of course, we're going to get into the oracle to get more details, and we're going to end with a little bit of advice for you. Don't forget the oracle cards and the tarot decks are listed in the description box. So if you already know which pile you're attracted to, feel free to check the timestamp in the description or the comment section, and I'll meet you over there. The rest of you, let's go through the pile selection. So for pile 1, we are using this green chalcedony rock. And we will be using the Tarot of Mystical Moments for pile 1. For pile 2, we have this beautiful jasper piece. And today, pile 2, we will be using the Gilded Tarot Royale deck for you. For pile 3, we have this really cool Super 7 amethyst. And we will be using the Tarot of the Abyss for you today, pile 3. So just to quickly review, pile 1, we have the green chalcedony, and we will be using the Tarot of Mystical Moments for pile 1. For pile 2, we have the jasper, and we will be using the Gilded Tarot Royale deck for today's reading. Pile 3, we have the Super 7 piece of amethyst, and we will be using the Tarot of the Abyss. So feel free to pause at this time if you need a moment to kind of tune into the energy of the piles. Again, take what resonates. Hopefully, my intention is always to give you some support in whatever situation or current thing you're going through with the person that is currently on your mind. We are asking about what they are currently thinking about. So no matter what comes out, we are going to figure it out together. So without further ado, I will meet you at your reading. Bye, everyone. Hello, and welcome to your reading, pile 1. If you chose this green chalcedony rock, and or if you chose the Tarot of the Mystical Moments, wow, look at how big this rock is. It's just so cool. And this is a new tarot deck for me, and I have to say the artwork is stunning. Very excited to get into your reading today. And we are asking, the good old, what are they currently thinking about when it comes to you? And again, we're just getting a good energy check, diving in, seeing what's going on currently, what's going on inside. And just see what messages Spirit wants to share with us, with what your person is currently thinking about when it comes to you. So thank you so much, Spirit, for being here for pile 1. Oof, such cool imagery. I'm glad you chose this pile 1. Especially because I'm excited to see what channeled messages come up. Let's do one more, and let's also cut the deck. So, Spirit, we are asking today the person on pile one's mind, regardless of your connection, pile one. Yeah, I felt called to do it one more time. The person on pile one's mind, Spirit, what are they currently thinking about when it comes to pile one? What are their current thoughts of pile one, Spirit? Let's get 4 cards. Okay, so we're gonna start with 5 of Cups. Wow, what interesting energy to start the reading with. Oh, I can't wait to get into this, but it feels like this person is definitely missing your energy. They're, I feel like they are, even just looking and getting that energy, just generally speaking, almost like hopeless. This person is feeling a little hopeless, maybe. Spirit, what is this person currently thinking about when it comes to pile one? 2 of Cups, wow. The 2 of Cups next to the 5 of Cups. This could have been some sort of separation, maybe, or fight or disconnect, or some type of hurt feelings here. But I do feel like this person is thinking of your connection. So we have 5 of Swords in reverse. I also feel like they want to let go of whatever. I feel like the conflict that they might be, that you and this person might be. Wow, I'm so sorry. I'm so stunned by this art. Oh my God. Look at this. The beauty, the juxtaposition of the white rose with the red gown and then the shadow in the back. 5 of Swords. Like this person is trying to give up their shadows when it comes to you. Any sort of bad habit or anything that went wrong in the past. It's almost like they just want to, if you are in a separation with this person is really thinking about it. Yeah, this is the 9 of Cups coming up in reverse. Let me show it to you upright. Kind of looks like Queen Elizabeth. Nine of Cups coming up in reverse. So, okay, just in general, this person, and we're going to get some clarifiers to really get into the details, pile one, but generally speaking, I'm feeling the energy, those of you that came to this reading, the collective energy I'm feeling is some sort of loss with this person, discontinued communication. I do feel like you are or were in a very strong connection. You know, the 2 of Cups, you can't, and it's Siamese twins. Like you guys were connected in a very some type of deep way. Let's figure that out. But why is the 5 of Cups here, Spirit? What is this person currently thinking about? The pile 3 of Cups coming up, right? Wow. Again, this is the tarot of mystical moments. It's almost like this goal for peculiar things. Like kind of it has that vibe for those of you that know that reference. 3 of Cups, hula hoops, 3 tall women, feminine, with short hair. That could be kind of representing both masculine and feminine energy. Again, whatever resonates, whether you're man or woman, energy is energy. All right, why is the 2 of Cups here? 2 of Wands in reverse. Wow. A lot of 2s coming up. A lot of 5s. No major arcana has come up yet, but look at this moon that she's, is it? Or is it a planet? It might be Earth. I don't know. 2 of Wands. The moon is in the sky as she's on the roof, yearning for something, and it's coming up in reverse. Um, that's interesting. 5 of Swords in reverse, Spirit. What is this person thinking when it comes to our pal ones? Almost came up. Page of Pentacles. Might be a little bit of movement in your direction, or considering taking a little bit of a step in your direction. This person with the 2 of Cups coming up, right, hasn't let you go. I do sense that this person does feel connected with you, but they're really just not happy about it. And now our first major arcana coming up, card number 0, the Fool's Journey. This is the extra card in the minor arcana. It comes before the Magician. And the Fool energy is like someone taking a chance, someone taking a risk. And that could be because they are not happy right now with the current status. If you and this person are in separation of some kind, this person is really deep, almost like with this energy coming up at the bottom of the deck. It feels like trapped energy, but almost like self-imposed trapped energy. Even if you look at the bird cage, how it's open. But this angel with their wings is stuck inside when seriously, all they have to do is look up and get out because it's already open. So again, I feel like this person might be doing this to themselves. They really might be in the thick of it. Let's go through it. So we have the 5 of Cups with the 3 of Cups coming up. The energy of like they are even in their own, especially if you and this person are in separation. Now, if you and this person are together, this person is having some sort of past regrets about something. Something that they are really like facing in an opposite direction. Again, this person's back is toward us. And it just looks like this person waited or wadded, I don't know that word, waded out to the middle of the lake or the pond or whatnot because they're deep in thought. She's deep in thought. She's missing someone. She's sad. Almost like maybe a siren was calling her name and she didn't even realize she was like knee deep into the water because she has her normal dress on. So the energy of just someone just being deep in their thoughts, maybe really trapped. Now, even with the 3 of Cups energy coming up, this could be, I'm getting a couple of messages. A lot of readers, especially if you like to circulate around the tarot, which I totally understand. There's a lot of beautiful and honest readers on YouTube in this world that we are in. Honk for confirmation. But you'll notice that a lot of readers will find this as a third party. 3 of Cups usually could be a third party. So for some of you that might resonate, but I'm getting more of the energy of this person, even in their public personal life, like when they're trying to enjoy time with friends or family, that they are in this energy, that they are still kind of wandering off to the side, deep in thought. I wouldn't be surprised if like their family or friends are like, are you okay? Is something up with you? You look a little in your head. You're not really present. So I feel like this person isn't really conscious right now. And in their day-to-day, again, we don't have too many major arcana coming out. So I don't feel like this is something that happened recently. If you and this person are in separation, I feel like there's been time for most of you. But I feel like just in general, this person might, whenever they think of you, because they have such strong feelings for you with this 2 of Cups coming up, I feel like they feel sad about it. For those of you that are not with this person, are not communicating with this person. Let me know if this resonates. But like I said, for those of you that might already be in a connection with this person, like legit, where you are communicating with this person, You might sense that this person is pulling back, maybe distracted by something. Something could be going on in their personal life, maybe with friends or family. But I think the majority of you coming across this reading might be in a separation. And this person is trying to move on, maybe trying to have some better experiences, but they just can't let go of you. They might even feel, like I said, trapped. Like I feel like I'm almost getting the energy that they just are constantly thinking about you. And I feel like they are at a point where they are really considering doing something so that they could get out of this energy, with the Nine of Cups coming up in reverse. And we'll get there, but now we have the Two of Cups. And even just the artistry of this card, like the Siamese twins, and I believe, or two young ladies wrapped in the same cloth. It really depends on the perspective. But regardless, something holding, there's a container for this connection. And I feel like this person still understands that, especially, if you are with this person and you might be at a disconnect right now, I feel like this person still feels obvious. I want to say obvious because they might think you should already know this. Because you're so connected, I feel like they might know that I'm getting the energy that they know it's mutual, even if you're in a separation. Now, with Two of Wands coming up in reverse, almost feels like this person dropped the ball, dropped Earth, dropped their world. It could have been a missed opportunity. I'm getting the energy, it could have been a missed opportunity. Someone might have fumbled the ball. And I do sense like this person now is trapped in that energy. So if they messed it up in some way, might have not given as much energy. It might have felt one-sided. This person might have ghosted you. I do sense that this person recognizes that they made a mistake, and they're really having a hard time letting go. Even with the imagery of these sunflowers, and this woman is holding on to a wand with sunflowers sprouting. I think they're sunflowers. The idea of like you might have been their sunshine. Like they might have been really fulfilled emotionally, and even I would say emotionally, but I would even say they weren't in their minds as much when you two were in whatever communication it was. Now, Page of Pentacles. This is movement. It is small offer. And I also believe that it is going to be pretty slow. This person is not rushing, even with the full coming up in reverse. I'm sorry, right? I meant to say the full coming up next to Page of Pentacles, because clearly it's not in reverse. But regardless, I feel like this person is going to, because I feel like they're still in their head. They're still in that energy with the Five of Cups. They're still in the thick of missing you and feeling yucky about it. So even though I feel like they want to rush forward, they might feel like they're taking a risk in your direction, which is why they aren't going to rush forward. They are going to take it slow. And I do feel like they want to cultivate something. And I'm getting the thought that's coming to mind is wanting to make something grow slowly. So if that's the energy that you are wondering about, I mean, again, I don't know what type of connection this is. For the majority of you that come across this, it might be a separation. But those of you that are with this person might just feel like a slow burn. Like there is a lot of emotion, there is a deep connection, but it might just feel like a slow churn, a slow burn for them. I'm not sure about you. It could be mutual with the Two of Cups. Now, with the Five of Cups coming up, as a clarifier, I do feel like they are trying to release some of their especially if they drop the ball when it comes to you, especially if they like walked away or was hot and cold, kind of misled the direction of things. I feel like they are wanting to release that energy. They I feel like they're owning it. They're facing that shadow and they are releasing it. At least that's their current energy. I can't promise you this person is going to be perfect, but I do feel like if they come back in, that's kind of where they're going to want. Cloud. Sorry. Okay, he's good. Not sure what's going on. Oh, and now Mooney. Okay, sorry about that. So I do feel like, with the Nine of Cups coming up in reverse, and I'm pretty sure it's Queen Elizabeth, for those of you that know, that era of British monarchy. Queen Elizabeth was very, the unlikely candidate to take up residency as the queen. And I feel like the energy right now is this person, your person on your mind is feeling like uncomfortable with what's going on. And they want to take position of where they should be in this connection with this Queen of Elizabeth energy coming up. And I feel like that's gonna give them fulfillment. And they have to take a risk in order to see if that's but again, I want to see what the Two of Wands, did they fumble the ball, Spirit? Page of Swords. They could be also like, Page of Swords is like, wow, look at that. That little flower that you like blow after making a wish. I remember as a child like blowing it, and then like if nothing was left, your wish would come true. But you might have a different belief when it comes to something like that. But I almost feel like with it coming up in reverse with the Page of Swords, clarifying the Two of Wands in reverse, this person might have really not communicated. Something could have been miscommunicated, or they really could have like left you ghosted. Might be like just feeling a lack of information. The High Priestess. I'm also getting the energy like with this coming up with Two of Cups. This person could really have kept things hidden from you. Could be their emotion. They might really feel strong. Look at that ship. Look at the energy of the water. Crashing waves. It almost looks like this ship is definitely on some sea-bearing adventure. I'm feeling seasick. But then you see this calm person kind of hidden behind a curtain. And it's like the energy of like this person on your mind might not have communicated how they felt. They may have really kept things hidden. Why is the Three of Cups here, Spirit? The Lovers in reverse. Major Arcana coming up in reverse. Yeah, it could be the energy of them not being able to have that connection with you. The Star. Okay. So I feel like this coming up is their memories. I feel like they are having a lot of good feelings when they think of you. And with the Star coming up with the Lovers in reverse, I'm getting the majority of you are in separation. I do feel like this person might have kept some things from you. Six of Cups. Yup. This might be someone you might have history with this person. This person could have you might be in a cycle with this person. It could be an on and off, again, type of situation. But right now, this person is thinking of slowly taking action. Now, if you are with this person in a connection, this person is going to slowly unravel maybe how they feel. They might be really investigating where you are. They might be really checking in on you too, getting the energy of them really wanting to know what's going on with you. And I do feel like whenever they think of you, their thoughts of you are very nostalgic, very sweet. Like I do feel like with these cups coming up in reverse, plus the 5 of Cups upright, the energy of like they're just not feeling good without you, especially if you're in a separation. Now, if you and this person are already connected, I feel like this person is might be keeping something from you. I don't think it's a third party, but I do think it might be something that they've been feeling or dealing with that they might not be communicating to you, that might have triggered them. And again, this might be for only a few of you that might be connected with your person currently. All right, Spirit, let's move on to Oracle. We're going to go with the good old Hearts Hidden Secrets. Spirit, what else are they currently thinking for Pal 1, Spirit? Let's get a few, Spirit. Let's get one more. Okay. So we have Karma, consequences, cause and effects, deck. That could be what they're currently experiencing. They might even be thinking like, man, is this my karma? I was thinking of the energy of that bird cage. Like they might be trapping themselves by having these kind of dark thoughts that they might be in the process of trying to release. Chasing thrills, excitement, good time. This could mean that the feeling they get when they think of you, they could be in their head a lot about you. And again, this could also be the energy of them trying to like move on and move and just to enjoy their life again that they're not enjoying because with the 5 of Cups foundation. I feel like with the Page of Pentacles coming up next to the Fool, that's the vibe it's giving me. Like this person is trying to lay some type of consistent foundation, kind of like the tracks on a railroad. Like it's very consistent, it's really reliable, it's very stable. But it takes time and it takes one step at a time to build. And I feel like that's kind of what this person's energy. They want that transformation, but soulmates, wow. 2 of Cups energy coming up. Deep love, unity, connection. This person really does think that you and them share a deep connection. Turbulence, tension, arguments, stress. Yeah. Again, just the energy of this person really being kind of stuck in their own way. And that could be really tough when someone is not conscious. You could go in and out of consciousness. What I mean by that is, it's hard to explain, but what I mean by that is you're not in your head, you're not in your thoughts, you're not obsessed. You are remembering that you are not your thoughts. You are aware. You're in the present moment. And I feel like this person might be in a cycle or a phase right now where they are in the thick of their thoughts. And I think it bounces from good energy to really stressful energy, just because they do have sweet thoughts when it comes to you. Spirit, let's get time travelers. What is the energy? What are they currently thinking about? Past, present, future when it comes to Poland. At the bottom, stillness, the Zen monastery, Japan. Card number 37. Almost feels like the Wheel of Fortune, like destiny, stillness. That could be your energy, Pal 1. You could be really going through your own spiritual path right now. Whereas this person is like experiencing the opposite. They're really in their head. They might need to cultivate stillness. They may not know how to do that, or it might be very difficult right now for them. But I do feel like, any sweet thoughts that they are getting is um also when they are thinking of memories when it comes to you. Yeah. Look at how beautiful the Hierophant card is. That could imply commitment, something consistent. A lot of moon energy I'm noticing. This person really does have anxiety, but I also see a tree, like growth. Then we get the Queen of Cups coming up in reverse. That could be your energy blocked. We have the flow. This person could feel like a past life with you. You could feel that way toward this person. With Egypt, the River Nile, this person could also be in denial, like really having a hard time accepting the fact that they might have to move past this energy in order to move forward when it comes to you. Um, Planning. Yeah, that's card number 14. And that could also be temperance. Flow, going with the flow, tempering their emotions. Because I do feel like they have very strong emotion. They're trying to find the balance, the stillness. Because if they haven't made action in your direction, pal one, they will, I think, eventually. That's up to you if you want to wait for this person. I would never recommend waiting. Okay. Um, you're more than welcome to be single if you want. That doesn't mean you have to date and move on, That could just be you being in your stillness. But regardless, I do feel like this person is in planning stages. And the energy that I'm getting is they are willing to take that risk in your direction, even if they don't think it's going to be a positive outcome. So let's get into your advice as we close out your reading, pal one. Wow. I do feel like some deep feelings. I do feel like it's mutual. I mean, the Lovers is coming up. It is in reverse. So that's why I think, the majority of you are going to have that yes, like fell to the ground as I'm shuffling. I haven't asked the question yet, but I'm not going to forget about this. Yes is one of the most positive cards in this deck, and has such glorious energy. So that for that to just pop up in this reading, pal one, I don't want to give anyone false hope, especially if that is what you want to hear. That this person and you might have some sort of um, union of some kind. Okay. Spirit, what is some advice for pal one with this energy, with this person on their mind, Spirit? What is advice we could leave? Sisterhood of the Rose, align your life. Gosh, some of these want to peak. Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? All right. But let's get our official advice, Spirit. A lot of advice. All right. Bottom of the deck, take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. That could just be your energy, especially if you've kind of been in your own head when it comes to this person. Don't dim to fit in. We have mirror. Who or what is triggering you? You and this person, I mean, with the Lovers coming up in reverse, this could be someone that is, it could be mirroring. Your energy could be mirroring this person. So my suggestion is to kind of get into an energy that you feel stillness and peace within yourself. Also with don't dim to fit in, how are you dimming your light in order to fit in? If you've been really kind of isolating yourself, if you're matching this energy and also kind of in that Five of Cups energy where you're kind of like feeling nostalgic about this person, especially if you're in a separation. Now, even if you are connected with this person and physically connected and talking to this person, but you're feeling a little bit of a distance. That doesn't mean for you to isolate yourself and to stop living your life and to be hyper focused with this energy. This person is going to get out of it. It might be a little slow. Now, for those of you that are in separation or not talking to this person, or if this person is someone from your past that you are thinking about, again, the energy of still living your life, not waiting. Because again, someone else could come along too, pal one. Like, don't ever rule that out. You never know what your divine destiny, where it's going to lead you. Now, if this person is supposed to be in your life, if this person truly is like a beautiful soulmate for you, they will come around. Okay? So Spirit is saying, like, just make sure that you are focusing on, like, whatever the stress energy is, take a break from it, especially if it's your thoughts. And maybe, like, switch up your energy. Have a dance party at your house. If you don't want to be around people, you could still switch up your own energy by like cultivating like a fun alone time experience, like a good movie, have a pizza night, something that's going to just make you feel good, like a warm, like chicken noodle soup for the soul, like that's the energy I'm getting, like focus on. And the energy of like just loosening up a little bit, switching it up a little bit, and try not to get too triggered with the world, with people around you. Try to not take it so seriously. Remember that when you get triggered, usually it's something you got to think about, like, why did that trigger me? And it usually has something more to do with you than that person that triggered you, for most triggers. All right. Wow. Pal one, let me know if this helped or in some way. I really do. My intention is always to help and support you so that you can live your best loving life in such gorgeous, beautiful energy. So I really do hope you have a great rest of your evening, day, whenever you are watching this. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile 2. So if you chose this really beautiful piece of jasper, and or if you chose the Gilded Tarot Royale deck, then welcome to your reading, pile 2, as we are tuning into the collective energy for today's reading. Thank you so much for being here. We are asking Spirit today, the person that is currently on your mind, what are they thinking about when it comes to you? What are their current thoughts about you right now, regardless of whatever connection you might have with this person? Thank you so much, Spirit, for being here today. What are they currently thinking about for pile 2? Whoa. Spirit, what is pile 2's person? So we have the Seven of Wands coming up as our in reverse as our first card. This is what it looks like upright. So Seven of Wands in reverse. It's a little Leo energy. Whoa, the Sun coming up in reverse. For sure, Leo energy. Now, the Sun is our first major arcana. It's card number 19. It's Leo. The Sun is ruled by... Leo is ruled by the Sun. Beautiful card. Don't be afraid of reversals, especially the Sun, whether it's upright or in reverse. It doesn't matter. It's still good energy. But I do feel like this person is thinking not the best thoughts. I feel like they are not thinking of good outcomes. Or they're not thinking of the best outcome when it comes to you in them. So we have the Eight of Wands in reverse coming up for you. Yeah, I feel like this person is, I'm getting the energy of them talking themselves out of something. We see a lot of fire energy. All of our cards right now are in reverse. We do have wands, sun, really fire energy. Fire energy is, like I said, Leo coming in heavy, Aries and Sagittarius. So the King of Cups. Wow. So this person does have emotions, strong emotions for you, pile two. Let's get some clarifiers, Spirit. Why is the Seven of Wands here in reverse? Death in reverse. Okay. What a cool card. This is Death, card number 13. This is Scorpio energy, which is emotions. Scorpio is ruled by water. It's a water sign. And it's clarifying the Seven of Wands in reverse. Almost like this person wants to lay down the defense. They don't want things to end, but they're really not thinking about any forward movement. Wow, the Sun is in reverse. The Empress is coming up for you, which is a major arcana being clarified. It's really beautiful energy. This person, this is Taurus energy, Venus energy, card number 3. So a major arcana, clarifying a major arcana. We have a lot of major arcanas. 3, in fact. This could be a bigger connection that you've been dealing with this person, whether you are communicating with this person or not, or whatever the connection is that you have. This person definitely has some deep emotions for you. And they do, with the Empress coming in, this is such a card of beauty and elegance and grace and divine femininity. Whether you are feminine or masculine, that's the energy that they are seeing you in, as far as just beautiful and abundant, powerful. Page of Cups. So we have the Page of Cups being clarified by the Eight of Wands in reverse, which feels a little bit contradictory. We're going to get into it, and we're going to get into it a little bit more, but just overall, the energy that I'm getting is this person is like pushing it down a little bit. I feel like they're focusing on what could go wrong rather than focusing on what could go right. So I don't think that if they are coming in, I feel like it's very Knight of Wands. I'm sorry, Knight of Swords. Wands energy is on my mind just because there is a lot of fire. So this is the first time we're getting Swords energy, and it's the Knight. So you might receive a message soon from this person. It might be a small message. Again, like the action that I'm seeing with the Eight of Wands coming up in reverse, and we got the Nine of Swords in reverse coming up. A lot of reversals. I feel like this person. Let me backtrack. It's kind of equal. We have like half and half. So I feel like this person is kind of like weighing things, trying to find a balance. So we're going to go through it because I started focusing on this energy, but let's start over here. So we have the Seven of Wands coming up in reverse for you, pile 2, with the Death card in reverse being clarified. So I feel like this person doesn't, any challenges or any, okay, I am getting the energy of this person might have a few blocks up, but they are trying to lower them down because they do not want this connection to come to an end. I feel like this person sees like there's something looming surrounding this connection that they are sensing, and they are trying to get to the energy of them being completely 100% open for you or there for you, but they're getting in their own way a little bit. I feel like you might be unhappy with them. They might sense that you are unhappy with them. That might resonate with some of you. So I see the Empress energy. I mean, again, with the Sun in reverse, this person has strong emotions for you. With the Major Arcana, that's telling me this person is thinking about you. You're heavily on their mind. They are trying to let go of that toxic energy, though, and hold on to something more positive. When it comes to thinking about you, they're having a hard time balancing that. I do feel like you provide them with, you might be their sun to them. You might be the center of their universe right now. Honk for confirmation. Yeah, I'm getting a strong energy that they definitely are having their eye on you, pile two. But right now it's not, I'm getting the energy that the two of you are not, it's not smooth right now. There might be a little bit of friction. Or, like I said, for some reason you might not be happy with them. We might get some clarifiers for that energy. Okay. Now, with the Page of Cups coming up, I do feel like coming up next to the Knight of Swords, coming up next to the Empress, like this energy feels like hope. Even though they are, focusing a lot on what could go wrong, I do feel like they're having a lot of hesitation. That could be where their blocked energy is. They don't want this connection to end, but they also are scared about moving forward for some reason. But I do feel like they are. And again, they might be scared to move forward because they're feeling very strong emotions for you. The King of Cups could be very, the good old strong emotional King of Cups. But they could also be very stoic. They might not be showing you their emotion. Like look at this picture of the king. He has like a poker face. He's not smiling. He doesn't look to be in love. He just looks a little bit almost like, I wouldn't say boredom, but indifference. So you might be sensing that energy from this person, but I think it's because they're trying to temper their emotions for you because they do feel some strong emotions. Now, I do sense with the Knight of Swords, if you and this person are not communicating right now, expect a message to come in. I'm getting two for some reason. But I also am getting the energy of weighing things, which is, and you are pile two. Maybe that's why I'm getting the energy of two. But, I'm looking at these two dragons on this Page of Cups on either side. And this person is holding a cup facing one dragon. This person could be, deciding, it could be simply to be single or to move forward. I also think they're wanting to get to know you in some degree. So again, if you are in separation, I do sense that they're trying to search for some type of information behind the scenes. They really are in their head about it. However, I do sense that they might want to send you a message, and it might not be a big offer. Pages are very, but it is going to be an offer of love. This is the Page of Cups coming up. And with all the surrounding energy, again, the only reason I would say this person is hesitating and might come in a little bit on the slower side, with the Magician coming up at the bottom, Three of Cups in reverse, with the Nine of Swords in reverse. Almost like this person is transitioning out of hyper focus, maybe a little bit of obsession when it comes to thinking about you. Let's see. I wanted to get clarifiers. Spirit, What is this sun in reverse? Is there anything that happened specifically or anything you could tell us about the sun in reverse? What is this person thinking? Five of Wands. Could have been a conflict. It could have been some type of challenge that you and this person has gone through, which is causing them to think that you are unhappy with them, or they might be unhappy, or it could be mutual. But I am sensing that you and this person might have had some type of challenge along the way. It could have involved other people, but that might not be for everyone. Is there anything else with the sun energy, Spirit, coming up in reverse? Nine of Wands in reverse. Almost like this person, it got to be too much for this person, or it got to be too much for you. They're thinking about that energy of someone just feeling overwhelmed to the point where they stop. They have had enough. They have come to the end of their rope with whatever this conflict is, and it's creating a lot of unhappiness. Now, this could be them reflecting on you, that we're asking, what are they currently thinking about? They could be thinking about you. You're their empress, and you might be really unhappy about whatever this conflict or challenge was. You might have walked away. They may have walked away. It could have been both. But I do feel like you might have pulled back your energy a little bit. Why is the Seven of Wands in reverse, Spirit? What is this? Could you tell us about the Seven of Wands? So we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah. This feels like blocked energy coming from your end. With the Queen of Wands, a lot more passion. I do feel like they think of you in such a beautiful way. They do find you extremely attractive. They are very, depending on your connection. I don't want to speak for every connection, especially if this is a newer connection or if things didn't really kick off. Again, this is a general reading, so there could be a lot of different types of situations. But the energy that I'm getting, though, is that this person might be heavily in like or might be in love with you, pile two. That's just the energy. So if you're already in a connection with this person, rest assured this person has strong feelings for you. And I do feel like they are trying to gain more information or more insight on how to move forward in your direction. Okay, is there anything else, Spirit? Since I'm already shifting the energy, Spirit, anything else? Let's get one clarifier for this energy over here, Spirit. Knight of Swords with the Page of Cups, Eight of Wands in reverse. What is this person currently thinking? So Knight of Swords King of Swords picking up in reverse. This could be the energy, again, of them either searching information or, wow. Three of Swords is showing itself. Now, this might not be it for everyone, but some of you, this could have been a breakup. This could have been some type of deep loss and again, I'm saying deep because there are some major arcanas that are coming up, including the Fool that just popped up as a clarifier. So this person does feel like they might be taking a risk by moving in your direction. But I think their emotions will take control. With the Knight of Swords energy, a few court cards. So again, this could have involved multiple people. You could be talking to friends or seeking support from people, or vice versa. This could have been a third-party situation. This person could have dropped the ball. Again, this might just resonate with a few of you. But I think for the majority of you, this person and you had some type of conflict that created distance and unhappiness in the connection. But they do want to come forward. So let's get into the oracle. This is Heart's Hidden Secrets, and I just feel like it's time to get a little bit more dive a little bit more into like the details of what they're thinking about, especially with these thoughts of moving forward. Wow, commitment. Now, this resonates. This could resonate. Some of you might already be connected with this person. This could be your spouse. This could be your boyfriend or girlfriend, or just someone that you are dating exclusively. And you might be coming across a challenge or a rough patch that feels like doom, but I don't think it's. We got the Queen of Swords coming up in reverse. I mean, upright, right under. It's clearly not in reverse. But the reason I said that is, I don't know, it just feels like your energy might be blocked right now. Let me know if that resonates. Or there might just be some sort of block, or there might be some like limbo. But I do feel like if you aren't in a connection with this person, if you and this person are not even dating, like you're just getting to know each other, or you might be in a separation. Again, there might be multiple different situations that are going on in this reading, but I do feel like the energy could resonate, regardless of what your situation. So I do feel like this person does look at you in a committed way. You know, with all of these emotional cards coming up, like King of Cups, even though this person might not be showcasing how they feel, they're feeling strong, heavy emotions, but I also feel like they're feeling that butterfly emotion, like the sweet emotions when it comes to you. The sun is here. And yes, the sun is in reverse, but I do feel like that's the potential that you and this person usually cultivate sun energy between the two of you. So this could just be a very temporary situation. It might not be for everyone. We have mistakes, yeah. Misunderstood, victim, lost soul. That may or may not resonate, the words, but coming to the end of their rope. This person is at the end of the pair, looking, reflecting on their mistakes. Maybe they made a mistake with this conflict. Again, whether you are with this person or not, whether you're in a separation or in a connection, this person really is in their head about, you know, like what you mean to them. I really do think you mean very. You are their sun. You are their center. Two cards are coming up: peace and abandoned. That could resonate. But let's get a couple of more official. Oh, these two, distance and sorrow, just flew out, which is familiar, which felt like abandon and peace. Distance, sorrow. All right, let's see, Spirit. What else? Please don't be mad that I put them back in the deck. I really did take note. I just want to make sure, and if those cards if that energy wants to come out, it will come out. Spirit never is wrong with the energy that comes out, okay? So, pile 2. What is their person currently thinking about, Spirit? Silence. Okay. So it wanted to come out, this energy. So there might be some type of distance, some type of silence in this challenge or conflict or separation that you and this person are experiencing right now. Let's get one more. Confession. Unveiling, coming clean messages. And I think that's what's happening. Divine feminine. You know, I do feel like with the Empress coming up, that's the energy of the Empress, divine feminine energy. Whether you are feminine or not. Divine feminine energy is the energy of someone being confident in their power. Not forcing something to fit. Not putting pressure or anything. Just going with the flow. It's like flow. It's abundance. I could keep going, but the point is this person thinks of you in that way. And I do feel like if you and this person aren't communicating now, they will be coming forward soon. Pile 2. And if you guys are communicating, I feel like you're going to have those conversations that needs to be had for whatever this energy is, whatever needs to be cleared up. Because if both, like, for example, if you and this person, for some of you, you might be dating this person. You and this person might be in a connection. There might be a feeling or a thought of, oh my God, impending doom. With whatever this conflict or energy is, this challenge, this person might be really freaking out. Like, oh my God, are we about to break up? Now, that might not be for everyone. But I feel like that's the energy. This person, obviously, I don't think this person wants that to come into fruition. Now, if this did happen, if there is some sort of separation, breakup, or silence that has kind of you and this person disconnected, yeah, this person hasn't forgotten. They're really in their head about it. And they're going to come forward, pile two. I wanted to get into time travelers, which I thought would be interesting for this reading today, just to mix it up and get some more details, past, present, future energy. What is this person thinking? Any details we could get of current actions or what's going on with pile two, this person. What are they currently thinking about, Spirit? Some of these want to come up, but wow, that is crazy. Purification, card number 34, the Ganges River, India. This person might be going through some sort of healing. That could be your energy too. But what's crazy are these two oracles coming up. This feels like confirmation from Spirit. We got communication, and that's kind of the theme. You know, this person wants to communicate. They want to confess something. They want to come clean. They want to clear the air. With the Knight of Swords, confessions, and communications. This is card number 7. This is Chariot energy. Forward movement, which could feel like an opposite of the Eight of Wands energy coming up in reverse. I also feel like this is representing, like, you know, this is the Oracle of Delphi, Greece. This is a little bit of Greek mythology. And I feel like this person is looking at you, especially with the abundance, again, that feeling of abundance with the Empress, with, you know, the energy of the sun, of even commitment coming up, that feeling that you and this person could create some really beautiful abundance in your union. Card number 1 feels like an ace. And I'm getting the energy of like Ace of Cups, just because there's water here. So like a love offer, a new start, a fresh start, especially if you guys had a rocky moment. One could also imply the Magician, which is also someone having all the tools to move in your direction. They have the Pentacles, they have the Sword, they have the Cup. What am I missing? They have the Wands. You know, they have everything they need because they know what they want, and that is you, pile 2. Wow. So again, if for some of you might be with this person already, and you might just be going through a rocky moment, and it might feel really like scary. I mean, it's not fun when you are in a committed relationship and you have a rough patch. That isn't fun. That energy could be scary. That could cause a lot of anxiety in your normally divine world, in your energy. So, you know, again, let me keep this out because I put it to the side, but I just want to make sure we don't forget, because I think this is pretty beautiful energy. I'm curious, like, what the situation is with you, pile 2. Now, if this doesn't resonate at all, like if this person, you don't think you and this person will ever reconnect, especially if you are in a separation with this person, this might not be for the reading for you. I feel like you will know if this makes sense for you and your connection. Because again, I am getting a lot of communication cards, a lot of forward movement. It might not be fast. It might not be huge, but this person is moving forward in your direction. They're not even trying to let you go. And they want some type of fresh purification, new beginning, fresh start. Especially with the ace energy, the abundance energy. Wow. Spirit, thank you so much for coming in today for pile 2 with this energy. And again, what advice, Spirit, because I don't know exactly what's going on in your situation, pile 2, I really do want to get some advice, because Spirit might be seeing things that I might not be able to see when it comes to you, obviously to your details of your specific situation. So what is the advice, Spirit? Wow, this came up for pile 1. And there might be messages in pile 1 for you. It does feel a little similar, but it could also be a little different too. But mirroring, that could be the energy of someone. Spirit is saying, like, try not to get triggered by this situation right now. Maybe release some of the old patterns of the energy, especially if this person on your mind is triggering you with whatever happened, whatever this conflict or lack of happiness is emanating, especially if your energy is blocked to this person. That could be you are triggered. Spirit might be saying, like, maybe it's time to figure out why it's so triggering to you. Either release it or to maybe to release it. No, the crumbling is coming up. To release it or to recognize it. To be aware of it. Like, why are you, if you are in that stuck energy, or that you're not in your divine, if you're in your thoughts a lot. And it might not be for everyone. There could be a few of you though that are being easily triggered by this person. You might really be thinking maybe too much about this person. And trust me, this person is excessively thinking about you. So you don't have to match that energy. You could take a step back, but again, it depends on where you are at. The crumbling, what are you clinging to? So this could be that energy. That Spirit is saying, if you are clinging to a trigger, and by trigger, that is a word used very often. I use it very often. My friends made it into a drinking game because I use it so often. And not that we drink like that, but yeah, I mean, it's easy to get triggered, right? By other people. Someone might annoy you. They might do something that really bothers you where you can't stop thinking about it. If you are in this energy in some capacity with this person, Spirit is saying, why are you clinging to it? It's time to recognize that energy and maybe release it and find a better energy to be in. Because I feel like this person also wants that type of, and we have reflection coming up after. Bottom of the deck energy. Like finding that time to like release and start fresh. Purification, like it reminds me of growing up Catholic. And whether I identify with Catholicism at this time of my life, I still love going to church though. Church is beautiful. But the point is, growing up Catholic, we used to take the sign of the cross, and when you enter a church, you do the sign of the cross and you dip your fingers into the holy water to kind of have that moment before you enter the church. I'm not sure why that imagery came to mind, but some of you might be church-going people, or not. It doesn't necessarily have to be church. It could be mosque. It could be temple, whatever you identify with spiritually. I feel like this person as well might be kind of tuning into spirit. And remember, pal, too, whenever I say spirit, I mean all of it. God, the universe, spirit, whoever you pray to, your spirit team, your angels, and they are here for you 100%. They don't, time is not like 3D, for our spirit team. So, the point is they are recognizing that you need to purify some of your thoughts, maybe. Release some of this negative or energy, especially if it's revolving around this person. It's not going to help, I think Spirit is saying. Let's get one more card. And we have the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. So at the bottom of the deck, we have Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. For some reason, I went into that additional explanation about spirit, and I was just having a conversation with my cousin who lately has been feeling disconnected from source. And, with me starting this channel, she has a lot of questions about, like, do you really feel source? Are you really channeling? And when I explained to her, like, yes, like, absolutely. It's so easy for me to feel that because of just where I am in my own spiritual journey. And again, I think the advice I gave to her is find a way to reconnect with source. But a lot of it is like connecting with your own soul, staying present, getting out of your mind, and also understanding that your spirit team, whatever you believe in, they're there for you. All you have to do is ask. Even like a prayer, Spirit, I am in my head so much lately. Could you please help me to release this energy and figure out, what I need to do to reflect on why this is triggering to me? And allow Spirit to communicate with you throughout the course of the next few days. Or, for an example, wow. Okay, so pile 2. I am curious about what type of connection this is. Some of you might be broken up with this person. Some of you might be in a solid connection with this person. Regardless, there does seem to be a little bit of a hiccup, but I do feel like this is a strong connection, and I feel like you and this person will get through it, which is why it's important for you to reflect on what's going on internally. Let this person figure out their own stuff as well. Okay. Wow. Pile 2. I hope this helped you in some way or if this resonated. Let me know if it did, and I hope to see you again. Bye, everyone. Hello, and welcome to your reading, Pile 3. So if you chose this really cool Super 7 amethyst piece, and or if you chose the Tarot of the Abyss, then welcome to your reading. Thank you for being here. So as we're connecting with your collective energy, Pile 3, let's talk about today's topic. We are asking Spirit, what are they currently thinking about? The person that is on your mind right now. We're checking in with this person. Sorry, I see one of my hairs. And we are asking and tuning in, trying to get some details of what's going on in their thoughts right now when it comes to you. Spirit for being here today for Pile 3. The birds are singing. It's a beautiful day outside. All right, let's get into it, Pile 3. Spirit. What are they currently thinking about? The person on Pile 3's mind. Regardless of whatever connection, Spirit. What are they thinking about when it comes to Pile 3? What are their current thoughts of Pile 3, Spirit? So we have the Four of Cups coming up in reverse. Now, this is such an interesting art. It's in black and white. So let's take a moment to look at it upright. This is the Four of Cups. And we got it in reverse as your first card. What is this person thinking? Seven of Swords. Okay. Oh, such strong energy from this card. Almost like they're looking at something. They're creeping. They might be watching you. are studying you. Ace of Swords, clarity. I'm getting someone that is just really in their logical mind. I feel like this is an offer of communication. What is this person thinking? Wheel of Fortune, wow. So this is our first major arcana, and this is card number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. This is Pisces energy. Pisces is cups energy, water energy. But with Wheel of Fortune, almost like this person is thinking that this situation was meant to come back around to them in some capacity. I'm not sure what this connection is, whether you're in separation or in a committed connection. We might be able to get some more details on that. But the energy that I'm sensing is this person feels like you were destined for them. And that's a pretty big thing to say. All right, so Six of Swords, walking away from something, and that could be the energy of the Four of Cups coming up. Yeah. I'm getting Spirit is coming in strong to say for the majority of you, this person might have missed the opportunity with you, might have walked away. And I feel like at this time, they're walking away from that energy and wanting to swoop in your direction. But let's get the rest of the cards because I don't want to assume forward movement. It could just be what this person is thinking about. So we have the Three of Cups coming up in reverse with the clarifying the Seven of Swords. Wow. If there was some type of separation or disconnect between you and this person where you haven't been communicating, I feel like this energy is them in isolation watching you or keeping tabs on you. As you might be in that energy of abundance and fulfillment. We got the Nine of Cups coming up to clarify the Ace of Swords. They might be thinking about that you might, I think the majority of you might be at a distance with this person. There might have been an ending, or you might be in the middle of something. You might be in a current cycle with this person. Regardless, I think the majority of you, this person dropped the ball, missed the opportunity, and they're viewing you as someone who is enjoying their life. Whether they are, I feel like they're watching you maybe through social media or maybe through finding out about you through friends, mutual acquaintances, especially if you're in a separation. And they are seeing that you are like living your best life or something. You're getting clarity on that you are happy without them. For those of you that are not with this person. Now we have the Two of Wands, clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. The energy of this person, yeah, almost like looking at you from a distance. Look at this, like the hand is there to shield this person's eyes from the wind, perhaps, from something to do with the weather. Maybe they are trying to see something. Maybe the sun is in the way, but I'm getting the energy more if it's like a windy day. Regardless, though, I feel like they see you at a distance, but they have their eye on you. Now, with Five of Swords coming up, wow, with Five of Pentacles right after that, two fives. What is this? The Sun in reverse. You know, the collective energy throughout the whole course of the readings for this has been very similar, but different, but I'm getting the collective energy of this person just not happy right now. They're viewing you through, it's like this person again is looking at this little fish in a jar. And you see all of these swords in a pin cushion or a muffin. I can't tell. But the idea of this person just, again, watching you, I really do feel like this person has you heavily on their mind. Okay, let's go through it. I feel like we already did, but let's make sure we didn't miss anything. So, with the Four of Cups energy in reverse, this person might have missed the cup when it comes to you. They might have been distracted by other people, other things, other matters in their life. Could be business, personal. It doesn't necessarily have to be a third party or someone else. But I feel like they missed out on you in some way. And they're thinking about it now. And they're thinking that they now notice I feel like they're now noticing you. And I know that might sound bogus, and you might not want anything to do with this person, especially if they made you feel a certain way about that. But I do feel like this person, through this silence or separation, especially if you and this person aren't communicating, this person wants to walk away from that energy. And I feel like even just with the Six of Swords, which usually means walking away and toward something better, it's like in this card, it's depicted with a person flying away on this beautiful bird, almost like a warrior, knowing exactly what they want, where they're headed. And I feel like that's the energy I'm getting from Six of Cards. Not that they're leaving you behind, more so that they're moving towards you finally. Now, that doesn't mean you have to allow this person back in. But I do feel like with the energy of Seven of Swords, usually this represents like someone keeping something. Usually it's a person that it's known as the liar card. I've mentioned it before. Someone that is keeping secrets. But I feel like in this case, even just with the imagery of this person, like creeping with the open door, almost like that energy of watching, noticing the details. I do feel, and it could creep you. I hope it doesn't creep you out, but I do feel like this person is excessively keeping up with you. And it could be a habit. Don't look too much into that. It could just, although the energy I'm getting, and I feel like this person is consciously doing it. By habit, I mean, sometimes people are in autopilot. They just automatically look at someone's page just because it's part of their like habitual, not like when you're in that toxic energy of scrolling. Sometimes you look at things that you don't mean to. It's just it's like autopilot. But I don't think they're doing that with you. I don't think they're randomly clicking on you because it's a habit. I feel like they're literally keeping tabs on you. And I feel like they are noticing you. They're getting clarity on the fact that you are. Now, you might not be, but the energy they see is from you is that you are in your power right now. You are in abundance. You are happy, and you're not looking at them. Notice how this person's eyes are closed. It's almost like the same person, actually. It looks like the exact same person. And notice how both of these eyes are closed, almost like a look of content. So that could be your energy. Your energy could be blocked to this person, and this person on your mind, they are thinking about it, pile 3. They see it. I do think with the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Wands, though, they do view you as someone that was meant to come in their world. I feel like they think they might have been divinely guided toward you. Not necessarily they think you're a soulmate, but almost like you're there for a purpose, a reason. And I do feel like they are now having a hard time. What is the energy? A hard time focusing on grounding this into reality. Almost like it might be too good to be true for them to reach you again. With the Five of Pentacles, like you might not allow them back in. They might really feel like the door is shut. The cup is gone. even though they are now noticing the cup might not be there. And I think that's you potentially. Let me know if this resonates. Let's get into the oracle. So, Spirit, wow. This feels like the majority of you, this was a missed opportunity. I don't think you are currently with this person. You might be. And if that's the case, they might be keeping something from you. But I feel like the majority of you, I feel like the energy really is the majority of you that are coming across this might just not be communicating with this person, whether you're with this person or not. And I feel like this person is keeping tabs on you. They might not be. I do feel like they're gaining clarity though. Spirit, what else could you tell us about what this person is thinking about? The person on pile three's mind. What are they thinking about pile three, Spirit? What is this energy? Okay. Clarity. Wow. Yeah. Truth, intentions, honesty. Now, if we're looking at this from a different perspective, this could be what they are starting to feel. Ooh, with that motorcycle as confirmation. Um, the idea of like fulfillment with you when they think about you, they're getting clarity that, wow, you might have been the cup that they regret missing out on. And whether or not you accept this person's return, for those of you that resonate with that, that is up to you. Let's see what else though. Peace. That could be the feeling that they feel, balance, harmony, friendship when they are thinking about you. They might be getting that clarity with the Nine of Cups. We also have divine masculine, cloudy judgment, and foundation. I feel like with the Four of Cups, the energy that is coming up immediately, Spirit is coming in with the Four of Cups to explain a little bit. Like when they were in their energy of maybe not looking at you or being open to you at a certain point, they were trying to get into their masculine energy. Stability, I'm sensing. They really might have been imbalanced and striving for peace in their own professional or personal life, which is why they might have missed this opportunity with you. Take it as it resonates. Wow, thinking, missing you, craving, desiring. I do feel like this person is in the energy of like really craving you in a little bit because of the energy of them not feeling like they might get you. And that could be really scary, especially if you're in your thoughts, you know? Because the energy of like losing someone, that's what they're feeling when it comes to you. Like, man, did I lose this person? Is this conflict or challenge too? But man, are they observing you? And like, look at this, guys. This kid, I don't know if it's a kid or man, I don't know, but this person's look of like almost smugness, a content, joy, even of looking. Oh, I thought it was a fish. You know what it is? It looks like a butterfly. Which could really add to the idea of something being transformed. I don't think this was a huge connection with this person, though. This could be someone that you are okay with walking away from. I'm getting the energy that this person might not have been the strong. We don't have too many major arcanas coming up in this reading. And that usually is my indicate. We got one, Wheel of Fortune. And again, this could be a karmic. What I mean by that is this could be someone that you're learning lessons from, or this person is learning lessons from you. But sorry if that's not what you want to hear, but I think some of you, that might resonate with some of you. But I do feel like this person wants to. Will they come back in? I'm not sure. I feel like they want to, though. I do feel like they see it now. They see it very clear. Let's get some more details though, Spirit. With the Time Traveler's Oracle, the person on pile three's mind, let's get a couple of these, Spirit. What are they currently thinking about when it comes to pile three, Spirit? Okay. Courage. That could be simply what they're trying to cultivate. Yeah, that makes sense. Look at the energy of the ocean, the energy of them just being in a storm, trying to wade through the thick waters to survive. And this is card number 8, which is strength, which is Leo, which is sun energy. And there is no sun. The clouds are hiding the sun because of the storm. So I feel like right away, Spirit is saying this person is trying to build up the courage. Right now, they are feeling a little hopeless, especially if if your energy is blocked. They're not happy right now. And it's hard for them. I feel like it's hard for them. I feel like they're trying to get out of that stuck energy. They're seeing a different perspective. They're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, but now they're wondering, is it too late? Did I really miss out on pile three's energy? Look at how cool this card is. Like, even I thought there were words. And even in my mind, I feel like Spirit was unraveling words and messages. And then it says in the angelic realm. It looks like a ladder. It looks like steps. It's card number 24. Whoa. That could be the divine feeling that this person feels, like this was divinely guided in some way. Even if it is a karmic, even if this person is not your forever person. You know, karmics could be fleeting. They're there to teach you lessons. So even if this is a karmic, I feel like this person is thinking that their angels brought you. I'm getting the energy that and this might be a big deal for you. I don't want to diminish how you feel about this person, pile three, but again, just the energy I'm getting is this might not be the deepest connection right now. And I do feel like there was a lot of like a missed opportunity, a person that blocked themselves, denying themselves the truth, looking in the shadows, staying in the shadows. Like that's the energy. And I feel like why they're cultivating courage. But with light, and 24 reminds me 24 hours in a day. Like they might really think of you a lot. Stillness. Wow. That could, and this came out in, pile 1 or pile 2, I forget. But collective energy is like this person, card number 37, is trying to cultivate courage, maybe cultivating their own sense of stillness. They might be trying to temper their emotions, especially now that they're facing the light. And the light could also represent them having an epiphany, like a light bulb going off when it comes to you. And you're their angel, like they're guided toward you, almost like a siren call. But look at how beautiful this card is. So stunning. Let's get into your advice. I mean, I'm curious what type of connection this is. My goal and my intention is always to help support you in whatever's going on. And this is no different. So I really do hope you're getting some type of support and guidance. So let's get into the advice. Spirit might direct us into some advice for you that we're not picking up with the oracle and the tarot. So I'm curious, Spirit, what advice should we give pile 3 for this energy from this person? Ooh, that's too many, but we are going to keep this first one. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. For some of you, this could be a cycle that you want to end. If you've been coming across the same type of people, this person could have been emotionally unavailable to you at one point. Even if they are coming around now, you might be noticing a pattern that you might be attracting the same type of emotionally unavailable person or connection that's really not bringing you that fulfillment. But that might not be for everyone. But I do think, like with break the chain energy, Spirit is saying if there's been some sort of cycle you've been stuck in, it could also just be with this person. Like, especially if this person has been hot and cold, like you sense that they're watching you, which they are. I'm going to be honest, like that is coming in strong, that they haven't let you go. They're thinking about it. They could be obsessing over it. But even if that is the case, does that mean you need to do the same and wait around for this person who's not really coming forward yet? And even if they do come forward, they're in the planning stage. Is this a person you want to accept into your life? That is, Spirit is saying like that could be something you might have to, or it could be rewriting the future with this connection. Again, take it as it resonates. It could be someone that there might be a fresh start with this person with the ace coming in of swords, but let's see. What other messages, Spirit? What other advice for this connection? Pile 3. I already know align your life comes out. It fell on the ground. This feels like such a negative card just because it's like align your life, but don't think it's negative. I think like Spirit is just saying if you're feeling like you've been too much in your thoughts, something is not feeling right. If it is about this connection or not, regardless, Spirit is saying focus on an area of your life where things you need to kind of figure out how to add more alignment and peace into that area, regardless whatever area that is in your life. Now, if it is about this person, I'm getting that sense that you might be in your mind a lot. Even though this person is viewing you as abundant and fulfilled and happy and glowing up, internally, it could be a different story for you. You might really be in your head about this person. Let's get some more advice. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. If you have a best friend, I think Spirit is saying it's okay to talk to your soul tribe. It could be your friends, it could be your family, it could be God, it could be Spirit. It could be journaling. You could be talking to your soul if you journal. Yes is coming up at the bottom. Just say yes. Take that as it resonates. I don't know what the situation is with this person. I do sense though, this person is thinking about finding some type of conviction to move in your direction. But they feel like, I think they're thinking about your energy might be blocked permanently to them. Whether that's the case or not, they're thinking about that could be a potential possibility. They're really behind the scenes. I think they're lurking behind the scenes. You might sense their energy pushing against your energy. So don't allow that to influence you. Align your thoughts, get into your soul, meditate, clear out the energy. Now, if this is a cycle you've been in with this person and you know that this might be a karmic connection, Spirit could also be saying like it's okay to, let go. Yes could be yes, let go. It doesn't necessarily mean yes to this person. But again, that might be messages for some of you. It really does, I feel like you will, when you are listening to your intuition, you're going to know what resonates with these messages. So if you feel like this is not your person and it is time to let it go, Spirit is saying, yeah, it's okay. Let your friends and family support you. You don't have to do it alone. Focus on your life, getting back into a good routine, aligning things that might have fallen to the wayside. However, others of you that are expecting this energy to come back in, I feel like Spirit is saying it's not going to work unless things are aligned, unless both of you are at peace. This person could have potential, but I also feel like this person, you might be the sun energy for them, but they may not be the sun energy for you. But take that as it resonates. If this person is moving in your direction, they might even be moving somewhere else. Six of Swords is someone leaving something behind. The majority of you, I do sense like this person is swooping into your direction. Look at the water. It's very subtle because of the black and white imagery, but the ocean, the crashing waves, we're getting a lot of turmoil within this person. That could also be your energy too. But when they're thinking of you, they're getting that clarity, they're getting that peace, they're getting that calm. But again, that doesn't mean you have to open yourself up to them, you know, if you don't want to. It's always your choice, pile three. Wow. Okay. So we're going to end your reading here. Let me know if this made sense or helped you in some way. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for staying this long, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.